What is your position with regard to MLS consolidation? Is it happening fast enough? Should NAR play a bigger role there?
I've had this debate with many people. I come from the MLS world. Number one, I will tell you, and I will say it directly to the camera, reminds me of a president, I will not, but I will tell you this. I don't think NAR should ever think about wanting to be an MLS vendor. That is not our core competency, number one. I do think MLS consolidation is extremely important. Why? Because I think we need better efficiencies in the marketplace. We need efficiencies for our members, especially our brokers that may be paying fees to multiple MLSs. And in many cases, it's the biggest disservice to consumers who don't understand our world of structure with hundreds of MLSs and jurisdictional boundaries that they may have. So I think NAR's role is one where if we play a stronger encouraging factor, I'll use the word that we should be an encourager of MLS consolidation. Mm-hmm. I love what Bright MLS has done when they took MRIS and Trend and brought those together. That is a perfect model that if you look at that should be celebrated. And we should use those types of opportunities to say, look at the benefits that it's brought to the brokerages in that area, but especially the consumers. So I would say it's great. I know there's some efforts now going on in the industry. I know our friend Mr. Swanepoel is working on ways to maybe help bring the discussion to the table. Mm-hmm. And he will tell you that I've been very supportive of that effort. I have talked to him personally. And I think that is a great start, is to get people at the table to say, what is it we're trying to accomplish as an industry to bring the right efficiencies for our members? And at the end of the day, I hope what it will do is lower cost.
Right.
I will give you a quick story. When I was in the MLS business, many, many years ago at PRC, we served Connecticut. And I believe the number was, in that little state, there were 17 different MLSs that were very protective of their area and their turf. And so it became a very inefficient marketplace. Now that has changed in a lot of areas, but there's a lot more to do. And I don't think NAR has a prescribed answer that says there should be 5 or 50 or 200, whatever it is. We need to be there to help encourage that and celebrate the ones that are doing it and not use a stick to beat up the ones that aren't maybe moving as fast as they need to. We need to mend some fences there.
Sure. So when it comes to policy with regards to the MLS, mm-hmm. We got a last-minute question that came through from Rebecca Jensen of MRED. And she asks, NAR and CMLS have been working closely with each other for the past 2 years. What is your view of that relationship going forward, and do you think that CMLS should lead the effort to create or modify MLS policy?
Well, I think it's a combination. Number one, I celebrate what we're doing with CMLS. I'm actually going to address that group in September. I think it's a great relationship that we should continue to encourage. I give NAR a lot of credit for making that happen. Mm-hmm. I wished it happened earlier because, again, coming from MLS, I know the importance of that. In terms of who should be the key policymakers of that, at the end of the day, I mean, that's a good debate. I don't have a clear answer on that. We have MLS policy committees that are made up of members that are big drivers in those respective MLSs. And so I think it's worthy of a discussion to figure out what is the best way to advance policy in those areas. I don't want it to be, my belief is that I don't want NAR to be viewed as the big brother that says it's also going to control the approach of what MLS is going to do in a respective marketplace. The members within that marketplace are in the best position to do that, and then from there raise what policy needs to be acted upon.